a dash cam comparison. Here we go. I've got 4 units all on the windscreen of the car at the moment. One from Uniden, which is 4K, which one of the latest models. The Navman, which monitors your tires and has a rear camera as well. The DriveDuo is interesting because it's actually a Navman navigation unit as well, and the Navig8r, which is very inexpensive, purely a dash cam. Here we go. This is daytime driving with the Uniden. Now you can see the colors look really, really good. The actual reproduction is fantastic. This was recorded in 4K, but it is compressed for this video, so you're not getting the full benefit of how it could actually look, but you'll see everything looks quite smooth. That sky is particularly blue, and even in the shadows you're getting a lot of detail there as well. I'm really impressed with how this one's performing. The exact same clip will now replay. This is from the Navman. Now, this one could also show us what's happening behind us, but we're not showing that today, we're just showing the front. You'll see the same thing. However, it actually looks a bit dull to me. I think there's a bit more of a yellow, warmer hue across the whole image. It still does a very good job, but I'm a little bit disappointed as to how much of a difference there is between this and the Uniden model. Again, still looking pretty good. Monitors your speed and location as well, so a nice unit. This is the Navman version. So this is actually also doing navigation, but you'll see the image quality is still pretty good. When I look at this compared to the other Navman, they're slightly different, but you wouldn't be disappointed with this one, considering it can also do your navigation as well and do points of interest and things like that. You get a lot more from this unit than you'd expect. This one can also have a rear cam, but it has to be purchased separately, so it's important to note there. From Navig8r, again, a very inexpensive camera. You'll see its biggest problem is actually the unit that holds it to the windscreen. It doesn't secure very well, so you get a lot of motion, a lot of jitter, but in saying that, the quality is not very good compared to the other models. Yes, there's a huge price gap, which you'll see later, but you know, this would be for someone who just needs a dash cam every now and then. It still does your GPS and your speed monitoring as well. Let's go nighttime. This is 4:30 in the morning, around then. You'll see we're in the Uniden now. Still looks quite bright considering there's not a lot of street lights going on here. Mainly for me, I'm looking into where these car dealerships are and the detail that's being picked up there. The headlights are going to do most of the legwork in terms of seeing what's in front of us. This one's doing a pretty good job of picking up some of the detail actually outside of what the headlights can see. But this Navman really came to fruition here. Look at this. This is so much better than what the Uniden produced, which I was surprised by. The detail on the road and even into the distance is very good. I can actually see what kind of dealerships I'm driving past, whereas the other ones, you maybe wouldn't have picked up on that. So really impressive here from the Navman model. This one doesn't shoot in 4K, but realistically, do you need 4K for your video? This is the navigation unit model. Now when I'm looking at this, not too bad. The mounting of this one, I think, was actually in its best position. It is really in the center of the windscreen. The other ones are more off to the left, but this one's doing a pretty good job of capturing everything. The detail's not too bad. I think some of the lights look a bit washed out. When you look at some of the street lights, it's a bit of a blur. Definitely in the distance, you're not seeing any detail. Now, this is the cheapest model. When you look at this, it's not bad. This one performs better in the evening than I feel like it does in the day. The detail's not too bad. It does feel like my headlights have dimmed a lot, but it's the same time of day. And it doesn't seem to have the brightness that the other ones do have. Again, the way that this thing is mounted, if you were to buy one, you really want to secure it somehow properly. Now, $279 for the 4K model. The big unit with the tire monitoring and the rear camera, $599, all in one package. If you want your navigation plus dash cam, $479 from Navman, and this little guy from Navig8r, $100. So it is cheap. You do need to know the downsides to it, but look, $100. That's it.